G'day there. Today we'll talk about two limitations or barriers to muscle growth. I don't find that these are talked about very much, but they are critically important. They will stop you in your tracks, especially if you're not aware of them and you don't understand them and don't know how to overcome them. So today we'll have a look at how they apply in real life and what to actually do about them, how to manage them and get around them so that they don't interfere in your results. It's great for people who are starting to be aware of this because they need to be on the right foot when they begin, and over time to have these in the back of their minds so that when they come up they know what they are and how to manage them. And for advanced lifters and for even those who are intermediate lifters who've got a bit of muscle, these gains slow down after a while. So it's really handy to know or to recognize when these obstacles are becoming apparent or rising their ugly head sufficiently to prevent those gains from occurring. So my name's Simon. This is the Deep South experiment, and it's called an experiment because we're all very different. We're all sharing information about our differences, about things that we all do the same, mindset, habits, genetics that can provide the challenge. So we all get there in a different way. It's about sharing those experiences and learning how to achieve what we want to achieve. This is just me, the camera, a few notes, the microphone, and hopefully in the summer here in New Zealand, might actually have a bit of a tan, who knows. So two factors that we're going to go over. The first one is actually the muscles themselves. So with muscles, they actually have a certain capacity to grow, and we can't rush that. It's like a kitchen. You can have the best kitchen in the world, the best chefs, maybe the best food, but that kitchen only has a certain capacity, and the food will only cook so fast or a certain way. So you must wait for your food to become available regardless of how many chefs you have or the state-of-the-art technology that you're cooking with. Same with a muscle. You provide the stimulus and it will grow as fast as it can possibly grow. It will overcome the stimulus and it will adapt and repair with the damage that you've just done at the gym by putting it through a horrendous workout, and it'll only do that so fast. By spending hours in the gym, 3 hours, 4 hours, whatever it might be, you're not going to do yourself any favors in terms of more is better. It is working out harder and smarter and within a certain parameters that will help you grow as fast as you can with as much quality muscle and tendons and ligaments, etc., and bone health that you can. Because muscles tear, little micro tears every time you put them through the paces in the gym, and then the body has the job of responding to that and not wanting to go through that same pain again. It will regrow to where it was and a little bit more. It'll always adapt to what you've just done. And so that is the process of muscle growth, and providing you've got the rest, the recovery, and adequate nutrition to give those building blocks, then you are giving the muscle everything it can to repair as fast as it can. No amount of time in the gym will surpass that ability to grow at that rate. And the other one is a systemic barrier. So by that I mean things that involve the whole body, so the whole nervous system of the body and the whole hormonal profile of the body. We'll just look at a couple of important hormones, but know that this affects the entire body, not just one particular muscle. So the first one is the central nervous system. It's often quite overlooked, so it really needs to be looked at and considered and incorporated within your workouts. But the central nervous system runs all the way from the brain right into the muscles, and it provokes the tension within the muscles to overcome the resistance that you've got in front of it. And then the rest is depending on how strong the muscle is and how well it can perform, etc. So that CNS, or the central nervous system, can only has a certain capacity. It too can fatigue just like your muscles can fatigue. And so spending a lot of time and effort in the gym and doing some really demanding exercises can really make that central nervous system fatigue. Just makes you feel like, and another exercise, and I've got to do even more now. I'm really quite tired. That's when you're getting into the territory of your central nervous system feeling a little bit under the weather. So only push that so far so that it's not too fatigued. And the other one is the hormonal profile. So if we look at testosterone and cortisol, those are the two things to focus on here. So testosterone, of course, is a hormone that promotes muscle growth, and it promotes recovery as well. Something that really is going to help you build that strength, build the size, build the endurance, whatever it is you're looking to do. And it's an anabolic hormone, so therefore it's encouraging the building. Now, cortisol is known as the stress hormone, and it has the opposite effect. So rather than it being anabolic and building, it is catabolic and tearing down. Really, it's looking to do the opposite of testosterone. And you get a lot of the stress hormone occurring when there's a lot of time involved in the gym and a lot of effort over that period of time. Too much of this can flood the body with cortisol, and that's when arguably you start going in the other direction. So when people say to me, look, I've spent 3 hours in the gym today, and they expect some kind of a pat on the back, really I'm saying, we need to have a look at what you're doing here, because that's not productive for your goals. So full body workouts. Now, when you're starting in the gym and you're a beginner, you probably have the capacity to do this. You're not going to be strong enough to tax your whole system so soon, so you'll get away with it for a certain amount of time. But as you get better, and by better I mean stronger and bigger, and you're refining the skill of weight training, you're doing everything with better technique, you're more controlled, you're starting to really get the hang of things. That is the point in which you are going to place more and more of an emphasis on your body in terms of its resources. You're going to use those resources faster than a beginner. And so that's where full body workouts, in my opinion, need to take a bit of a back seat. They consume too many resources, especially if they're done multiple times a week. And the same with compound exercises. Compound exercises are ones that usually involve 2 or more joints, like the chest, shoulder joint for the chest and the elbow. So they're exercises that use multiple muscles or muscle groups within the movement, rather than just one and all of the supporting muscles around that. And so a deadlift or a squat, back, a row, or a chest press, those are all compound exercises, and they can be really taxing on the body. And if you're going to do multiple compounds in one workout, it's going to be very hard work. And that's where we go into the territory of taxing these nervous systems and these hormones and your muscle capability, and starting to flirt with those barriers. So some of the adjustments really that we can make are fairly straightforward. You can do that immediately. Today you can start doing that. Start with rest. Take a week off and then see what happens. It's actually quite amazing what can happen when you actually allow your body to just take a breather for a while and then get back into it after that. And then taking those full body workouts, say 3 or 4 a week, and just splitting them up. So 3 or 4 times a week, target different parts of the body, so at the end of the week you'll have done the whole body itself. That will stop you from having to spend so much time in the gym, and it allows you to concentrate on certain areas, and that will provide a hugely different feel to your routine. Compound exercises, just do one. Pick legs today or chest today, and then follow it up with a smaller body part, so that you're not doing multiple compounds in one go. You're doing fewer exercises, but you are increasing the intensity of each exercise. So you're pushing it hard, you're providing that stimulus to the muscle for it to adapt, for it to grow, but you're not there for hours on end getting through so much volume. So therefore you're not taxing the body, but you are providing the stimulus that it needs in order to grow. So if you are actually feeling a decline in your sleep, in your mood, if you are utterly exhausted after each workout, you're not feeling invigorated, you're feeling like you need a nap, then these are the kinds of things to look out for and start making that change, or these changes. So it's all about tailoring your workouts around time, frequency, volume, what muscles you're targeting, and always keeping in mind these hormones and the ability of your nervous system and the muscles itself. If you bear all these things in mind, then you should have a good workout routine that helps you adjust to these barriers that would otherwise get in the way, and you can do that right away. I hope that's been of value to you. If you've gained something from this particular recording, then I very much appreciate it. Thumbs up, like, subscribe, and open up the conversation with a comment below, and we'll see what comes about from that, and what we might do in future, and address any questions that come up.